When you're playing on Heisman difficulty in college football 25, throwing the ball downfield can be a bit of a challenge. But if you want to get that pass game rolling and get that offense moving a little bit, how about some short pass game? Here are 5 screenplays that you can put into your playbook to help get that pass game rolling on college football 25. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome back into JC's Pop Culture, where you can see all kinds of pop culture content with me, JC. Here today, we're going to talk about screen passes in college football 25. I'm going to give you my top 5 favorites that I'm currently running on this game, with usually pretty good success on some of these. So if you're someone that likes to utilize the screen game, I think you'll find these really interesting, and maybe you want to throw them into your playbook. Let's start here with a screen to the tight end. This is my favorite tight end screen on the game by far. It's return sprint tight end screen out of shotgun trips, tight end offset weak. Let's take a look here. Put them in a random play defensively here. And you get this good motion by Robinson here. Your inside slot man's going to come in and then return out to the left side. And you get all the action sweeping to the left. And it's kind of a throwback to your tight end you're looking for. When you snap it, even your quarterback automatically does the sprint out motion, which you can break by hitting R2 or hitting the left stick. If you see him coming in real quick on your left side, you might want to do that. But usually it works just fine by itself. And you want to give it as much time as possible before you throw this ball to the tight end. Of course, they didn't get the block there as they usually need to and usually will on this play. But let's try one more time. See, he comes out. You get all this motion going this way. You throw it back to the tight end, and there you got the blocks out in front. Unfortunately, I'm using WVU. They don't have the quickest tight end. Their actual tight end didn't opt into the game, so this guy Hinton's actually just a fictional player. But nonetheless, you can see how this can work, especially, maybe you just need a few yards. Maybe you're in the red zone. It's really nicely set up because you get all that action sweeping to the left, and then you do a nice throwback pass to your tight end to the right. But also, if they cover that tight end, if you don't like the look of it, if they got numbers to the side of the tight end, you can do this. Not like that, obviously. You want to throw it better than that. It's where he's in that sprint out motion. You got to be careful. You want to try and break that if you're going to try and throw that out to the right. But you see, you can get it to that guy too pretty easily. Possession catch that. He probably makes a catch. So really, if you just need 3 to 5 yards, you can hit that little sprint out motion to the guy that's in motion. But ideally, you want to be able to hit the throwback. They covered it there, so just kind of had to swing it out to him, unfortunately. Let's try and hit the tight end one more time for good measure here on this screenplay. Yeah, that one's better set up. There you go. See, that's what you want there. Everybody's going left. They blitz that side. It's one-on-one. Your offensive guy there picks up the block, and it's a nice game. Now we're going to take a look at what's probably my favorite screenplay on this game. A new play added here in College Football 25, and it's the halfback angle screen out of shotgun trips, halfback weak. I know a lot of people like to utilize that angle route, that Texas route, whatever you want to call it, from the running back. And this is a great way to kind of set that up with blockers out in front. This is a really cool play. So out of shotgun trips, halfback weak. Run this halfback angle screen. And as you see here, let me pull up the play art. You get your center and your left guard and your left tackle all out in front of this running back. And depending on how they defend it, you can get, 5 to 10 yards, or you can even break a big one on this sometimes. So let's take a look here. You want to wait till after he cuts. Of course, they blitzed me. Got to me before I could get it off that time. Let's try it again. You want to wait till he's cutting and he's moving upfield because you want to give those guys time to pick up those blocks and get out in front of him a little bit. There you go. And so you can get behind this guy. White's pretty fast, so I kind of outran the blocker. But there you see kind of how it can work. Let's try it one more time for good measure. There it is. Get the blockers out in front. And great success there on the halfback angle screen. So that's probably my favorite screen on this game personally. All right, next we're going to talk about one out of the 5 wide set, and it's the shotgun empty base set that I'm using here. So I like this set because your halfback is actually your slot receiver on the left here that you're going to be running this to, but it's the slot pick screen, as you see there in the middle of the screen. And I'll show you guys how this one works. I actually have a couple different screenplays out of formations like this, where the receiver essentially runs a drag, and you get these wide receivers on the right side kind of setting pick blocks for him. And really, these plays are good if you need a few yards, but also you can break some big ones on these as well. Take a look at this. Just kind of dump it to him, gets the blockers out in front, and it really works great. There's a couple other ones that I have that are pretty much essentially the same play, but you can run it with your slot receiver or one of your outside receivers. I like this one because you get a different way to get your halfback the ball out in space out of the shotgun empty base formation. And see, sometimes they'll be there to blow it up. But even if they do that, where it's not a screen that's thrown right at the line of scrimmage, you're still getting, 2 yards, 3 yards. And sometimes it's all about how you time it. Try and set those blocks up with the timing of your throw. And obviously a good throw hitting your guy in stride is going to really help this play a lot. See, that time they're on it, but he still, of course, he dropped the pass. But if he hangs on to it, that's 3 or 4 yards just for making the grab. Right there, they've got it well blocked, and you can get up the field for a nice gain. So I really like the slot pick screen on this game also. Now let's talk about a cross screen play that utilizes that jet sweep motion that if you guys saw my top running plays and top option videos, I really love plays that use this jet sweep motion. And in that video, I had a QB run that has out of this exact same formation, shotgun F-twins over. I think shotgun F-twins over is one of the better formations on the game because you have so many different options of things you can do, and the defense doesn't really know what's coming because they're all utilizing this jet sweep motion from this receiver. And so if you're running this out of this formation, you ran the jet toss pass out of it, maybe you ran the fake jet QB power out of it. So they're really expecting, this receiver coming this way. They're expecting your quarterback coming this way, or a run in general. You can really set this play up nicely. As you see, the jet sweep motion comes, and then you go back the other way with the running back. You can make that man miss. You're off to the races. So it's really great because the formation is overloaded to the right side already. So the defense has to account for those guys. And plus you're bringing the jet sweep motion over that way. So it's even more action sweeping that way. And then you get the lead blockers coming back on the backside. Really successful against the AI, obviously. But if you're playing a user and, you've ran this a couple times and they're thinking, it's a screen situation and they're obviously diagnosing it, and maybe they come over, they cover your running back, then you always have this as your go-to little check down option in an emergency situation. Just swing it out to the guy in the jet sweep motion if they're covering the design on the screenplay, and you can maybe get 3 or 4 yards. But let's throw the design play here one more time. Looks like they're bringing pressure, so this might work out great if we can get the pass off. Boom. There, get behind that block, get the edge, big gainer. So the jet cross screen out of F-twins over, another great screen pass to utilize on CFB 25. And lastly, another play that goes hand in hand with the play that I was talking about in my option plays video, and it's this motion PA wide receiver swing out of shotgun slot left weak. And I mentioned in that video, I have a few plays that use this same motion, which it's smart to do if you're utilizing plays that have this motion. Don't have only this play in it, because if you have only this play, they're going to know when that motion's coming, oh, it's that swing pass. Or if you have only the triple option, they're going to know, oh, that's that triple option. But I have this, I have the triple option, and then I have a play action pass as well. So they can't really key on any one thing utilizing this motion where the receiver comes around and kind of orbits around and gets into the backfield. But this is a good swing pass here. One of my favorite ones here is this. Fake it to the back, and then you hit it out to the receiver. Not the best throw there. Didn't get to hit him in stride. Still get 3 or 4 yards. Let's try it one more time here. Let's let it develop a little bit longer. Depending on how they come in, you can hit them quick, or you can try and let him carry out that fake and hope that helps. But it really depends on how the defense is playing. If they're coming in quick, you just hit his icon, a little bit quicker and get that pass out faster if you'd like. See, that time we get a nice little dump off. And usually, as long as your receiver's good at holding his block on the perimeter and you can get behind the other blockers that are swinging out as well, this is good to get, 3 to 5 yards almost guaranteed if you need it. And one more time here for good measure. The motion play action wide receiver swing. Carry out that fake. Didn't work out there. Let's try it one more time there. Can't end on that one. So that end on a little successful one here. See, that time they're blitzing, so I want to get it out a little bit quicker. The wide receiver doesn't hit the block, but if he blocks that guy, I'm probably still running, maybe take that to the house. So there's 5 screenplays you can throw into your playbook if you're someone that likes utilizing the screen game here in College Football 25. So there you have it. Maybe you're struggling to throw the ball downfield, or maybe you set this up with some other looks and you can utilize some of those screenplays there to really break off a big one against your opponent on College Football 25. I think that those 5 screenplays right there have been very successful for me thus far on the game. Throw a comment down below if they've been helping you out as well, or maybe some of your favorite screenplays that you've been running in CFB 25 thus far. Really appreciate you guys tuning into this video, and I'd really appreciate it as well if you just take a second out and hit that little thumbs up button. Giving me a like on this video really really helps a shit ton with the YouTube algorithm, which really helps the channel to grow here. And if you're a fan of College Football 25 content, you can really help the channel continue to grow just by hitting that subscribe button. I'm going to be having a ton of content on this game coming out, and you won't want to miss it. So be sure, subscribe here if you haven't already. Having said that, I appreciate you tuning into this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.